And so it's time again for another good old how-to cosplay. And this time, I'm going to be giving you an updated guide to David Tennant's ever-brilliant 10th Doctor. This particular Doctor is very much the second most conventionally styled Doctor, after the 9th Doctor of course, given that he wears a suit and tie, a simple outfit that one may say. But there's more to the suit and tie than meets the eye, my friend. We're going to break down a lot of the elements that make up his brown suit styles, not all of them, but most of them, and I'll show you how you can achieve the look. The blue suit guide will be out within the next couple of weeks as well, so without further ado, let's get to it. The first thing to note is the Doctor's long coat. This long brown coat, a gift from Janis Joplin allegedly, really gave Ten that defining silhouette. It is very cool and certainly gives his look that truly striking visage. As for how to get it, well, there are a few options. The first of which is Magnolia clothiers, which have the best quality one on the market so far. It truly is a glorious garment, however, with such quality comes expense, and it is an extremely pricey garment. If you're just starting out in cosplay, you do not want to pay that sort of money, especially if you're a student of sorts. It would be fiscally irresponsible. So to that, I have an alternative from the good people at CosDaddy, which is still a very decent quality and looks great and true to the part, with a much healthier price tag to boot. Now, let's move on to what makes up the bulk of the look, the iconic brown suit. It's one half of the styles that saw the 10th Doctor throughout his tenure, and it suited him to a T. So let's take a look at where you can get a hold of it. Firstly, Magnolia clothiers once again springs to mind, with the best and most colour accurate version out there. Definitely a worthy investment if you have the cash to spare, but it is, like the coat, quite dear. But fortunately there is a more cost effective one from Baron Boutique, which looks really good as well. It's a lot easier on the bank account too, and you're compromising very little in terms of quality, to be honest. It's a very good alternative. However, CosDaddy also do a version of their own brown suit even cheaper. Whilst the pinstripes are now white instead of blue, it still gets the look and the overall design across. As for the shirts, the 10th Doctor wore light blue or navy blue with the brown suit on the whole, but also dipped into light beige or light brown. All of these colours should be available to be bought fairly cheaply from your local fashion retailer, so don't worry too much about these. He even wore a grey one on occasion with a black t-shirt, so feel free to get creative in your everyday wear as well. Now the more important factor is, what tie do you go for? The Doctor wore many ties over his tenure, but we're going to focus on a few that you can get from two sources. The high quality version from Magnolia clothiers, or the printed, cost-effective alternative from Mrs. Bow Tie. So, let's get into it. First up, we have the Hector tie, one of the more common Tennant ties worn with the light blue shirt. This one is notable for being worn in the 10th Doctor's first off-world story, New Earth, as well as his last story, The End of Time, with many in between. This one is also compatible with his light beige shirt seen in Rise of the Cybermen. Secondly, we have the La Croix or Swirlytai, as it is also known. This was one of the most famous 10th Doctor ties, and yet it appeared very rarely, mostly down to the fact that the production team only had one of them. It featured in Girl in the Fireplace, Love and Monsters, Blink, The End of Time Part 2, and The 11th Hour. A great one to go out on. It is compatible with both the light blue and dark blue shirts. Thirdly, we have the Nash tie. Now this one is a pretty one. It was generally exclusive to the Idiot's Lantern, but it was also worn by David Tennant at a Muppets stage show, which is a really weird place for it to turn up. Yeah, it's a weird place for the 10th Doctor to turn up, but there you go. The tie is compatible with the light blue shirt only. Next up, we have the Armani Tie, the most commonly used brown suit tie, featuring in about 13 episodes on its own. It's honestly pretty great, quintessential and very recognisable, being compatible with both light blue and dark blue shirts. We also have the Utopia Tie, a tie famous for only featuring in the Series 3 finale, from Utopia to Last of the Time Lords. Worn only with the dark blue shirt, this tie is very much another story-specific tie after the Nash tie. It's compatible with the dark blue shirt only, but, fun fact, this tie was worn by John Sim in an episode of Life on Mars, which is a bizarre coincidence for obvious reasons. After that, we have the Massimo Dutty Tie, a very nicely striped tie that only made 2 appearances in Partners in Crime and The Next Doctor. Fun fact, David wore it on an appearance on the Late Late Show, so that technically makes it compatible with both light blue and dark blue shirts, despite the fact that it was only ever seen with the dark blue shirts in the series. But hey, David likes to mix and match, I guess. And finally, we have the 50th anniversary tie. Naturally famous for its appearance in Day of the Doctor and being an all-new tie for fans to collect. It's compatible with the light blue shirt only. Furthermore, you can also forego the tie and just wear a black or dark green t-shirt underneath, wearing the shirt open with the collar over the suit collar. It's a cool style, I find, very 70s. Now, onto the lower half, and you will need some Converse. Grab a pair from the website and select a natural white to get yourself some cream sand shoes. These are definitely one of the key parts of the outfit. And naturally, no 10th Doctor cosplay will be complete without a sonic screwdriver, but they're really difficult to get a hold of at this present point in time. I have no doubt in my mind that they'll eventually come back into circulation. They always do. It's been happening for the past 15 years, even despite the fact that the 11th Doctor's sonic is ridiculously prevalent these days, even so. But you can still often find a 9th Doctor one or a 10th Doctor one on eBay. That is, of course, if you don't already have one. A lot of Doctor Who fans do, so I wouldn't be surprised if you do. And with that, that is about it for cosplaying the 10th Doctor with the brown suit. As I said before, next time we'll be covering the blue suit, and I hope you'll find that one particularly informative, because personally I really love the blue suit. Don't get me wrong, I love the brown suit, but there's something just awesome about the blue suit as it is. It is such a good look, even if it does also remind me a bit of Phoenix Wright, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Phoenix did come first, but the blue suit is eternal. And the Doctor really rocks it. So everybody wins. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe, like this video, and comment. And furthermore, please do consider supporting me on Ko-fi. It would mean the world and means I can keep on doing this to support myself, because we do live in some very weird times. And I hope you're all coping all right with it as well. Be sure to take care of yourself, wherever you are. Anyway, until next time, see ya! Oh, and before I go, do keep an eye out for further Doctor Who Remnants news. That will be coming very soon. The series is getting closer and closer to completion, and I cannot wait to start sharing it all with you guys properly. Thank you so much for your patience and your support. I'm going for real this time. Bye!